How's it going, everybody? And welcome to episode number 49 of the Manager Mode 2.0 series here on FIFA 16 with Ted Lasso. We're getting ready to start year 3. We're right where I left off in the last video at July 1st, 2017. Year number 3 for Ted Lasso at Newport County. And to say he's still employed at Newport County, and he's still in League 2. We'll have to just wait and see what's going to happen here. I'm just going to try to show you some behind the scenes stuff here tonight. Just no gameplay until that'll be in the next video where we'll do the preseason tournament. But for now, we're just getting everything set up for next season here, preseason wise. First things first, let's go ahead into the office here, and we need to get our youth scouts hired up. As you remembered in the last video, if you haven't forgotten, Ted did grow half a star this season. So we get some new scouts. So let me pop up the screen there. You see a table of what we got. He's at 2.5 stars now. So that means we have 3 GTN scouts at our disposal, 2 youth scouts, and a silver level training. So we'll start with the youth scout first. I'm going to do it a little different this year. Mostly I've been just hiring guys and just sending them out to various locations for 3 months. I think for this season we're going to change it up a little bit. So you can see we've got a cool $1 million in the budget now, so we can afford a pretty decent scout to start out with. Just trying to think who I want to buy in this situation. Paddy Gilmartin, the Irishman. So what I'm going to do is whoever scout I get, or out of these ones I pick, that's the region he has to go to. We're just going to keep it that way simple. That way I can get more like homegrown players into the squad, or more local talent instead of just going abroad. May change it up a little bit, but we'll see. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. But we'll sign this guy first since he looks pretty decent. So he is available. All right, for the second scout. Ooh, look at this. There's a Greek scout we can go after. We could, but I do have to keep in mind I don't want to blow all my budget on scouts. So I'm going to actually go after this Tom McGinley guy because I haven't even scouted England yet for talent. So I'm going to buy this guy up and scout England for this year. So there's our 2 youth scouts, as you can see. Just go ahead and set these up real quick. Since they're both Northern Europe, they are all going to be, there's no specific type. They're all pretty well rounded as far as from what I can tell from the type. So we're not going to look for anything specific. We'll just send them out there for 9 months this season and just go from there. And we'll do the same here for our English scout, 9 months in England. Let's see what we could find. All right, so let's go ahead and hire my third scout. I still got some scouting reports rolled over for last season. We see we've got 2 here, so we're gonna hire 1 more. Looks like we're getting about 2 to 3 star judgments. Let's see what's available here. We'll get this Magnus Collenberg. Well, no, he's a little too expensive because I've already wasted half my budget on the youth scouts. You know what? Let's go after Dean Ward here. 2-star, 2-star. Not ideal, but, we need to save some money at this point. So, Dean Ward, welcome to the network. Let's go ahead and set up the instructions. There's going to be, I'm still kind of figuring out how the squad's going to look for next season. So, I'm not really going to look for anybody specific. I just want to see what first-team quality players we bring back. And I like to keep it at 26 to 16 range. Any position's fine. We're going to have to probably sort through this pretty heavily to make sure, we're not signing players that we can't afford. But yeah, first team quality players is fine. And next I'll look for actually promising players because I am looking to fill in some more depth roles this season. First team's pretty solidified, I think. I mean, we'll just scout to find any improvements we can make to the squad. Like I'm thinking maybe a goalkeeper perhaps, but we'll just set it those 2 for now. I'm I can get more specific, but you know these things are so kind of finicky, so it's just kind of best to look for those two and just go from there. So I've decided we're gonna keep the one scout in Ireland, England, and the third scout I'm actually gonna send up to Sweden just to check out that league and kind of see if we could find some good enough talent there. So I've gone ahead and went through the squad that I have now, and it still hasn't turned over to the next season technically yet. So, but these are the players that we're gonna shop around a little bit. Ralph's already gonna be leaving. SCM, I talked about in the last video that I was gonna shop him around just because I just have 3 first-team center backs, and I really don't need him. We're gonna try to ship him out, see if we can get some money off of that deal. Scott Bowden, just going to shop around, see what their interest is with him. If he stays, great. If not, you know, that's fine. John Lewis is already leaving. He's already committed to leave. Mark Burns, very homesick, unhappy, unsettled, you name it. He's very upset. We'll just look to ship him out right away because the midfield, I'm going to have a lot of depth here once the new players start coming in. But, yeah, Byrne will be gone. Barrow, same deal. He kind of lost his spot to Tanzer. So he's going to be, I'm looking to ship him out as well. And Partridge, I wasn't looking to sell, but he's still pretty unhappy with his minutes, so he would like to go. So we'll go ahead and transfer him as well. Aragones, my young right midfielder, he's on a first-team contract right now, which I didn't realize. I thought he was on my rotational squad. So I need to get him off the books. I mean, he's not taking a lot of wages. He's only getting paid £500 a week, but I think it would be good for him to go out on loan. That way, you know, I've got, you know, don't deny the depth, you know, training up my more depth wingers. But we could call him up if we need to, if we get an emergency. But that's what we have tentatively set so far for transfers for the beginning of the January window. We're still scouting out. We'll start scouting out some players and see what we can find here. All right, so here we're at the youth squad screen, and I showed you these guys in the last video. But let's go ahead and start signing 3 of these guys up. Nieto is actually going to stay down because he could do for some more seasoning. I'm going to call up little Mario here. We're going to offer him a contract for next season. He only wants 1 year. Okay, not ideal that he only wants 1 year, but he's going to be a future team player. We'll just sign him up for 1 year, future team player. Let's see if he accepts that deal. Next up is Niels Mueller, the young German defender. Could use some more seasoning in the academy, but we're going to go ahead and offer him a first-team contract. That way we can free up some space in the academy because with the way I'm structuring my wages for this season, I only want about 4 players in the academy at one time, just based on our weekly wages. So let's bring him up and see if we can get him out on loan maybe this season. Yeah, solid 2 years. He only wants a 1-year deal, which is fine. I'm happy to give him that with a future first-team player. So let's get these guys their contracts and see if they want him or they want a bigger role in the club. All right, boys. So here we are, preseason tournaments. 2017. You can see we got 2 2-star competitions and a 2.5-star competitions. And you know what? I think I'm going to go for the Audi Cup because we won the thing 2 years ago when we went to it. And I mean, last year we did the Atlantic Cup and I believe it was Turkey and we didn't do well. So this year we'll do the Audi Cup in Spain. So maybe we won it 2 years ago. Let's see if we can do it again. So we'll accept that invitation. Okay, so we simulated up to the next day here. You can see we've got an email from Mark Byrne. I wanted you to be the first to know that I've decided to leave. You know I've been unsettled, but it's nothing personal. I want you to know that I respect you greatly as a coach. If circumstances had been different, I would have loved to stay. I have had a long talk with my agent, and I've decided that it's what's best if we move as soon as possible. He'll be contacting the club to submit a transfer request. I hope you won't want to stand in my way. Well, honestly, we had already agreed to do it. So, you know, Mark Byrne leaving, I was kind of betting on that, honestly, with the way he played and just how unsettled he got quickly right at the end of the last month of the season. So we'll put in a transfer request and we'll see what offers we can get for him. We've simulated a day, and now we've shown you the players that have come into the squad. You can see the first guy we hear is Callum Riley. Center midfielder from Burton Albion here. We got a free transfer last winter. Really looking forward to using this guy. He looks to be a very box-to-box style of midfielder, which is something I've been needing for a while now, and especially with the departure of Mark Byrne on the books. He'll be a great addition to the first team. The next guy we got here is Gwyn Edwards from Crawley Town. You can see 65 rated to start the season. Just to solidify that first team midfielder or winger role since we let go Alito and Rodman last season. So looking forward to seeing what this Welshman could do coming back to a Welsh club. And finally, we talk about deadline day deals here in the winter. We pipped Reese Thompson right at the end of last season, the winter transfer window, and he scored quite a few goals for York City last season. He's probably feeling a bit gutted that he's not going up to League One with York City, but he's back in League Two and looking hopefully to be our number one striker for next season. So I'm really looking forward to using him as well. But that's going to do it for the new players we've brought in. So I kind of figured it was only a matter of time before I would get an offer for Taylor after the season he had last year. It looks like Bradford City have approached him with a $140,000 offer. Taylor has been in great form and has clean sheet, had the most clean sheets last season. His values between 159 and 201. Yeah, I think that's only fair. We looked at counter offer at max value at 201 just to, I mean, he's worth it, so we might as well get as much money out of it as we can on that deal. So we'll go ahead and counter this deal and see if Bradford City want to match that. Don't forget, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter at ISReaper31, you get all my updates to when I do my live streams, to when I upload my videos to YouTube with all the highlights. And if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to tweet me or, follow me on YouTube or the Twitch channel. So, guys, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully, you guys got a little more insight as to what we got planned for next season. I'm going to try to do this more often, kind of show you guys, the off gameplay stuff, the kind of behind the scenes of trying to get form up the squad as far as structuring it goes. Got a little work to do still. I mean, it's still only, 5 days into the opening of the window, but looking forward to what other parts we can bring in to the squad. So hope you come back for the next episode and see how we do in the Audi Cup 2017. See ya.